Morning everyone. I wasn't going to make a video about this bench anymore. It's two brackets, piece of wood, simple as. Shouldn't need another video, but anyway, here we are. So what I'm going to do, I was thinking about it last night. If you watch the previous video, she's level as this way. It's got a bit of a fall this way. So I want to just kick the front up a bit, which I have got under here some bits of rubber. This bracket ended up being lower than what I wanted it to be. I did measure them out with a laser level and everything, but the drill bit walked a little bit down when I was drilling that first hole, so that's why it's not level. Works out alright, still collapses, no worries at all. But what I'm going to do is disconnect all these. So there's 3 self-tappers on each bracket holding this piece of wood to the bracket. I've actually got those things that you drill a bigger hole, you screw them in and they bite into the wood, and then it leaves you a machine screw or a machine thread. And then I've got some nice stainless steel bolts to go in there, do a bit of Loctite action. So that'll secure it better. And also I want to slip one bit of rubber under here, extra. So there's 3 bits of rubber, so it's 1mm rubber, so 3mm, 3mm, 3mm. I want to make it 3mm, 3mm, 4mm and 1mm on the front there, and I think that's going to be enough. It is what it is after that. I don't want to space it out any more than that. I was just going through all the bolts in my shed, and it looks like I've got enough to do. I've got enough to do the 3 threaded insert things, and I've got a variety of different bolts. Variety because I need shorter ones for this side and longer ones for this side because of the 3mm of rubber I've got. So I'll go and get a screwdriver. I'm just charging up all my cameras. They all seem to go flat at the same time. Yeah, so I'll take this off, I'll take it to the shed, turn it upside down. I've got the holes now, so I don't even have to measure anything. It's just transfer the crappy little self-tapper holes to accept the threaded insert. It's only pine, so it's very soft, so I will put some glue and everything with that as well. But yeah, let's get this in the shed and do an operation on that. Okay, got everything set up. So these are the little insert things I was talking about. So you drill a hole, they're the threads that bite into the wood, and then it leaves you with a nice machine thread kind of on that side, on the inside, so which allows you then to use good hardware like that. So I've got, have I just mixed them up? I did have some little ones. Oh, these are the smaller ones. Yeah, so they're the smaller ones for the right hand side, which doesn't need any shimming, and then these are longer ones for the left hand side, which requires 3mm of rubber shimming. I've just cut another 2 bits because I'm going to make the front one bigger, like what I said, to fix that lean on it. I've got this ready to go with the right bit on it for these heads. I've just measured, so the width you want to measure is not the overall width for your hole. You want to measure the actual barrel width, which turns out to be 7.34. So I'm going to use a 7.5mm drill bit, and then all those wings, that's what's biting into the wood then. So yeah, all good there, so we don't need that anymore. I've got the 7.5mm drill bit, and now we just got to drill the holes. I did measure from hole to front, and they are exactly to the millimetre, both ones, which means I've got it all nice and square. So yeah, and it is folding nice, so if it wasn't square it wouldn't want to fold nice. So yeah, it's working good. And then as I'll drill a hole, and then I'll put a bit of super glue. I've got a bit of super glue here, and that way these bite in and lock in to this wood, and they're not going to go anywhere then. So that's it. That's all we got to do. So let's drill some holes. Oh, and then this is what tightens. So it's got a hex head bit in there, and that's what tightens. You use that to tighten it into the wood. So let's do it. Also, what you want to do as well is measure from the underside, because that's going to stick up. So you want to measure from the underside to the bottom, and I'm getting should be around 15 mil. Yeah, 15. So I'm going to go 14 mil. So just adjust this a bit, lock it off, and then get a bit of magic tape, because you don't want to go too deep. And then you can know, so you got 14 mil there, which sticking out here is 14 mil. And go even a little bit less than that, just so we don't have any, oh that's too much, just so we don't have any unexpected surprises when we flip it over and see some holes come through. There. So yeah, I think I'm already at that depth with this one. I'll do one full one on camera, and then I'll just fast forward the rest. So put that in there, a bit more, and I've got the drill on the low speed as well, just so that I can get away from me. That's enough. I can still see wood in that hole, which is good. And then you can either put it in the hole, but if you put it in the hole, you're only going to get it at the bottom. You kind of want it up the top here, like that. You don't need a lot. That's it. And just make sure they're square, and they'll kind of find their own way. And see, I didn't put a lot of super glue, and it's already coming out. Probably good thing is to put your hand under, and that way, yeah, especially for the first one, that way you can kind of feel if it's starting to break through to the bottom. But these are only 15 mil, and this wood is 18 mil, so I didn't even go 18 mil, so I know I've got plenty of room. And then just a dodgy old sock rag, clean the super glue up, and you're done. And now this screws in, and it's much better than a self-tapper. Alright, well I'll go through quickly, do them. You can see there that didn't take very long at all. And then what I'm also going to do is glue the what's the names, the shims. I'm going to glue the shims to like just right near each of these holes, so that way they're there, they don't move, and they're in the right spot, and there's the correct number of them as well, so all good. Okay, these are only cheap AliExpress threaded inserts. You can see that one split. I think I needed to go to maybe 8 mil, 8 mil drill hole size to drill these out, and I did go a little bit too fast on that one. But yeah, the other ones are all sweet. That one just cracked as well, but you can see I went backwards and forward. Yeah, see, it's not going to grip now. But if they're all in and they're kind of flush, I'm going to try and get this one a bit flusher. So I'll just get the next size up and see if I can just get in there and just I'll probably back it out and then back it back in, and I've got to do it quickly before this glue dries. That might have worked out for the better actually. The bit that was raised is snapped right off, but the thread's still in there, so all good. We'll just leave it at that, the rest are fine. Okay, that's all I wanted to achieve. So I did make sure that I've got, the glue's not quite dry yet, it's getting there. I did make sure, yes, because this is the front, that's the back, and when it's flipped over, it's as you're facing it, it's the left hand side that needed all the shimming. So yeah, all good. So yeah, that's what we need to do. So we'll take this back into the garage now, and hopefully everything lines up nice. I've got the bolts that I need, and I've got the gun to tighten it, and then I'm also going to put this hook underneath. Oh, actually no, that won't work, because when it's folded it's going to hit the wall. I've got a power cord running underneath it, and I kind of wanted to make it, this would have to go into the wall. Yeah, no, that's for another day. I'm not sick of making mess, so yeah, we'll do that for another day. Anyway, let's get this in the garage.
Oh, don't tell me. Okay, I'm gonna have to drill the 3 holes on each bracket out because they're too small for this to fit through the bracket. So let me go get the drill. Okay, take 2. So I just drill the holes out. That's too much. It didn't have to go too much. So I've just got to make sure that I'm using the smaller screws or bolts on this side, and the longer ones I have here. I'll put them there so I don't forget. And the dogs have come to help as usual. If only they could. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to leave them all loose for now. And that way, if you need to move it around a bit, you can. This back one's going to be really tricky. There's just not a lot of room to. Might even have to make the hole a bit bigger in the bracket. I don't think it's lining up unless it's not sitting straight. Oh no. I should get it. I'll just back that off. That's pretty loose. Give it a bump. There you go. Okay, the same again, we'll leave that one loose. Alright, and then we'll use the the longer ones for here. Again, loose. We'll go later, and I'm not using my machine because otherwise we're going to have a repeat of what happened when I installed all these things. They actually all, two of them. 2 of the Tapcons that I used just ripped the head straight off. It's just, my machine's a little bit too torquey for little hardware like this. Oh, that might be crossed. I think that's crossed. Yeah, I think that's crossed. Yeah. Just go and have a look. It's just the back ones. They're a little bit. I might have put them in on an angle. Oh, that's okay. That should match up. That's actually better than the other one. But I think just because they're all in, and this is the last one, that might have got it. No, it's like, you know what it might be. It might actually have a bit of I think it's just got a bit of glue. Yeah, okay. I will use a gun on this one. Let's see what happens. There we go. I think it just had a bit of glue on the thread. That's better. Don't want to tighten them too much. There's no need. As long as it's biting down. Probably burst through the wood. Yeah, that's tight enough. I haven't gone up there yet, so I probably, might have done it. But I have used the right size bolts. So. Oh, that's good. Can't see any damage. So it's not even lifted or no, all good. And that's much better than those silly self tappers. No need for that. I mean, like I said, I won't be building gearboxes or anything on it, but you kind of want a bit of confidence in it. So let's just see. Let's just see it fold. I don't know if you can see under there, but you just pick those tabs. There we go. Normally that's not in the way, but yeah, that's it. Nice. And then to pick it up, and it just locks in by itself. Oh, that's heaps better. It was all jiggly before. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So that's that. I really don't want to spend any more time on that.
The battery is 30% charged.
Oh, that's good,
it
thanks.
will be fully charged in about 3 hours.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. So yeah, I'm just charging up all the battery operated stuff around the house because just everything went flat. That's our little night light for our toilet at night time, so you don't have to turn the big light on and blow your eyes out. That's, yeah, just CCTV cameras and our doorbell. Not too bad stuff actually, the Google. We were going to get, the Ring and UEFI, I don't know how you say it, EUFY cameras. My in-laws have got them, really good cameras. But I ended up going with Google only because we use the Google app more often than anything else, and I didn't want different apps for different devices. These hook in, well, they're Google, so yeah, they hook in really easy to the Google app, if you know what I mean. All our speakers around the house are all Google, so we use it a fair bit, so it works good. The only other thing I've got are these cameras, which are Daiwa, I don't know how you say it. They're really good. I've only just changed them. We used to have Hikvision cameras. They were about 10 years old. There's nothing wrong with the system, except I got paint on it from the other day. Our modem, our original modem that we had when we moved into the house, blew up, stopped working, I don't know. So yeah, I had to change a modem, and then because the Hikvision, I think they're Chinese, they lock it down. Same with this thing, Huawei, Chinese. They just lock them down so much that me as the owner, I can't even do a forgot your password and get back into them. And like, I haven't hooked into the Hikvisions, like logged into their app, or I didn't have to ever type the password in on my thing in the the main control box, because I had it set up that I don't need to have a password. But when I wanted to change the details for the modem, because all the cameras hook into the modem, then I did, and 10 years I haven't used the password. I don't even know what it was. I've written it all down now for this new system, so yeah, I had to pull the whole thing apart and get rid of it,
and I used to have 8 cameras. I've only got 4 now, so I've got 4 of the Dawei ones. Written all the passwords down this time, so that's good. And then, so put them in the main ones where I want full on, let me know if someone crosses the line. So they're out the front, they're out the back. If someone jumps the fence, someone walks in our driveway, it makes a noise, sends me an email, does all the stuff. Even the box makes a noise, which is really cool. So if you're in bed or whatever, your phone's not there or whatever, you hear a noise and you know someone's in the backyard or coming up the front yard. And then just to pick up the slack in a few dead spots, that's when I got these rechargeable ones, and I've got them set up for maximum battery life. I don't want to know about any alerts because I've got it covered with the other 4. Plus your doorbell is a camera as well, so there's 5. No, I've got 3. So I've got 3 of the big cameras and then the doorbell, and then 4 of the other cameras. So the house is covered big time. Not that I live in a crap area. I mainly got them because I used to work away a lot, and my missus was home by herself for like 2-3 weeks at a time. So yeah, and it was good. I mean, I could keep an eye on the house. Not that I'm keeping tabs on the missus, but you know, it was good. I knew when she got home, knew she was here. She felt a bit safer. Like if she heard a noise, she could just boot the cameras up and you know, check around the whole house. So it was good. So yeah, wouldn't be without them. I love them. But yeah, they're fine, and they actually last about 8 months, those batteries. One of them's dead flat and the other one's almost flat, so I thought I'll just charge both of them up. And the doorbell only lasts about 3 months, only because every time someone walks in front of it, it records. I've got it set up, so I have got that set up a bit differently to all the other cameras, but that's because it's a doorbell. So yeah, that only lasts about 3-4 months, whereas all the other ones last about 8-9 months. They're pretty much off, the 3 cameras. They're pretty much off until I log in to look at something. So they're not recording, they're not doing notifications, they're not doing anything. They're just the lowest power setting. So yeah, that's the only thing with that. But at least I've got a bench now to charge them up on, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, that worked out well. If you go back to my other video, I'll do that, and you can hear something jiggling. I don't know what it was. But this is, oh, hang on, we didn't even check the main reason for doing all this. So, I don't know, actually hasn't made any difference. Might have made it, oh no, at the back there it's good. You can see the bubble, but it was this way. There we go, that's what I wanted, was a bit of fall back to here, so that way, if you put a screw down or something, it doesn't roll off, it's going to roll this way. So that's good. Yeah, happy with that. Yep, cool. Yep, good enough for me. And then it was a bit out at the front here, but that might just be in the wood. Over there, bang on and bang on. Yep, cool. So yeah, much happier with that. You can see what I've done under there with the shims. They're actually glued now, so they're not moving. And if you wanted to fine tune that level, but I guarantee you this wood is, I can actually see it, it's got a bow just about here, it's bowed a bit. If you really wanted to be stupid about it, you could just tighten these up a bit differently and you'd pull it down and scrunch the rubber, and then you could adjust your level, but I think we're good with that. Like I said, it's for servicing the car and car washing, it's not a calibration bench or anything like that, so we're all good. Anyway, I'm going to take these boys for a walk. I've actually got the day off today because we've got to go and choose all our stuff for our new house that we're building. We went last week and we had to. They split up the meetings, which is a bit annoying because you've got to take time off work. But last week was electrical and aircon, so they wanted to know. So if you see there, I've got the pad for the aircon. They wanted to know where we want that. They wanted to know where each of the ducts were going to go. I mean, they've got a better idea than what I do, because with reverse cycle, you want them near the edges of the. So you want them over a window. You don't want them in the middle or towards the inside of the house. You want them on the outside so that the air can pass over everything and cool it off. Evaporative air. That's refrigerated aircon, which is what we have here. Evaporative aircon is the opposite. You want you want them furthest away from the windows, because then you have to have a window open, and that way it draws the air through everything. It's really humid. I'm sweating for some reason. Sorry what do we got? 77. I don't think that's right. I think we're up around 90%. I just seen it on my phone. And it's cold too. It's only like 12 degrees, but I'm sweating. You can see a bit of cloud coming. So so that was last week. And also it was to configure, so add any extra lights, power points, aerial points for the TV, and internet points. They put all that in as well. So we didn't add a lot. For some reason it doesn't come with an antenna. So it'll come with antenna points in your house to plug your TV into, but it doesn't come with an antenna. That's an actual optional extra, which is a bit stupid. But anyway, so yeah, had to do that, and we put an alarm system in, just so that, just same thing. It's not in a dodgy area. It's way closer to the city than what we are here, so you do get a few nutbags walking around. But the main reason is our house is on a big block. It's been subdivided, and we're at the back, and there's a lane at the back which is very secluded, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be the first house in that lane out of probably 20 houses that actually, our frontage is the lane. Every other house there has not been subdivided, and it's their garage or backyard that backs onto the lane, whereas ours is the front of the house. So I thought, that you got to. We're not living in it. It's going to be a rental property that we'll rent out. But yeah, I feel better if it's got an alarm and everything in there. So yeah, had to pick the alarm, pick what aircon we wanted, where we wanted the vents, where we wanted the return vents. Add some extra lights, add some extra power points. We added lights at the front on the columns at the front, so that way it lights up at night time nicely, illuminates the front yard. You also got to figure out which switch you want to switch which lights on. So it's kind of a long hallway, so you kind of want you flick one switch at the end of the hallway when you come in through the front door, and the whole hallway lights up. And then when you get to the end, you can flick another switch and it all turns off again. And then also off the switch near the front door, that turns the front yard lights on. So yeah, I had to go through all that kind of stuff. Really good. As soon as you get there, do you want a coffee? Do you want a sandwich? You right for breakfast, because we got there pretty early. Anytime you want a coffee, there you go. The guy actually made us a coffee. So we saw one guy first. He was the aircon man. Nice guy. And then we kind of went behind him. There was another table and chair set up, and there was a lady waiting for us there, and she was the electrical, PowerPoint, lights, alarm, that kind of gear. We were there for about 3 hours or so, all good. And then we just had a quick walk around, because their showroom is a bit different to the way other people do it. So my sister's actually building on the block in front of us, so she's got the front block, I've got the back block. She's building on the front same time, and she's actually got to go smaller builder. This builder's quite large. He's probably the biggest in Perth that we're going with. And he built this house as well, so we're very happy. That's why we went back with him with this one. And it's actually a better experience 12 years down the track than, not that this was a bad experience, which is really good. It's better 12 years later, so he's gotten better. And she's actually like to pick bricks. You got to go to whoever sells the bricks and go, oh yeah, I like that brick. And then you want to pick your sink. You got to go to the person that sells the sink to the builder and go and pick whatever sink they want. Then you got to drive to the tile shop, pick your tiles. Drive to the carpet shop, pick your carpet. Dale Alcock, who we're building with, absolutely everything is in one building in the city, or not in the city, in Leederville, so it's about 5 minutes out of the city. Ultra convenient. Also, these guys that we spoke to about the aircon, they don't actually work for Dale Alcock. They work for the supplier of the aircon company. So it's not like we even had to go and see them. They came to us, pretty much. They came to the hub there for Dale Alcock. Same with the electrical. She's from a place in Osborne Park. Actually, probably would have been more convenient for us to go to Osborne Park. Someone's getting told off. It probably would have been more convenient for us to go to Osborne Park and see them separately, but nah, we just go to the one spot. So yeah, they split the meetings up for some reason, don't know why. I know some people could be ultra picky, we're not, because it is a rental. I'm not really fussed on colours. Colours I'm going to leave to my missus anyway. Colours aren't my strong point anyway. I'm more practical and PowerPoint and light location rather than fancy colours. So yeah, so we've got to go do that today. We've got to leave pretty soon actually. So yeah, so I think that's going to take most of the day. I think we'll be there till about 2-3 o'clock. And today is we're not getting carpet, we're getting hybrid flooring. So we've got to pick that. Tiles for the bathroom, bench tops, cupboards. We're getting them to paint it as well, so we've got to pick the paint colours, which I think we're going to do the exact same colour that we have in this house. Makes sense that way, because if there's any leftover paint I can bring it back here and use it for touch-ups here. That's how practical I am. I'll pick a colour but based on where I can use the paint rather than what looks good. So yeah, I think we've got to pick brick paving, things like that. So it's going to be an expensive day. I can see that coming. The only good thing is we don't have to pay for it straight away. It goes on the mortgage. The way we've set it up is any extras that we spend goes on the mortgage. Very dangerous if you're fussy and you want top-notch stuff. But like I said, it's a rental. We're not upgrading taps. We're not upgrading sinks. We're not upgrading anything really. Yeah, so we're going to leave it the stock. So what it is when you pick a house package you want to build with, it comes with a set of standard inclusions. You want to vary from that. They have got better stuff there. You want to vary from that. You're paying for it, and it's not cheap. So we're not going to vary from it. So yeah. And I said it's dangerous because you think you're not paying for it, but eventually you will have to pay for it in your mortgage, and it's going to add up. And 10 or 12 years ago, we spent an extra 60 grand on this house to get it how we wanted it, and we didn't even really do a lot. I remember one of the upgrades was just this colour of mortar. It was either going to be that colour that you pay an extra $1,200 for, or it was going to be like sand colour, just normal sand, and they put a dye in it, so that would have looked funny. So we got that. This alfresco area was meant to be half the size, so it was only going to go from here to that column and then across. Can't even remember what it was. Might have been 3,000 or 4,000, and we bumped it out to the next column and to over there to make it double the size. I reckon that was a really good call. I can't remember prices, but it wasn't expensive. It was expensive in relation to 12 years ago, but compared to what it costs now for building stuff, it's way more expensive now. So it cost us more to go higher ceilings. We went higher ceilings throughout. We got the drop ceiling in the kitchen. That was an extra. Yeah, we did a few things. All the cupboards, overhead cupboards, and upgraded the cupboards and stuff. Yeah, it was all good stuff. It wasn't just waste of money stuff. But yeah, like bench tops was included, the aircon was included, painting was included, all the flooring was included in the price. And so this house as it is now, well, we've added a few extra things, but 12 years ago cost us $290,000. And in comparison, the house we're building is half the size of this house. This is 400 square meters, I think, and the house we're building is like 190, I think it is 190, including the garage. Is 100, so it's not even half the size of this house, and it's $100,000 more. We're up at about four. Actually, no, it's more. We're up around 430 odd just for the house. No, sorry, we're at 400 now, and we're expecting another 30 for the extras that we're doing. So yeah, that's how much it's gone up in 12 years. It's a pain, but it is. I wouldn't normally spend, like, that's a lot of money for just a normal house, but it's the location of where it is. It's very, very close to the city, and you'd easily get. I don't know how much rent we'd get, but I got a fair idea. But yeah, we're going to get our money back. If it was up this way where we live, there's no way I'd spend that much money on a tiny little house like that. Yeah, so I think I don't know why it's expensive, because you can get house and land packages out here that for that money you're getting house and land. It's a bit weird, but it is because of the location we're in. It's so tight, and they've charged us a fair bit extra for they've got to use smaller loads and smaller concrete loads and stuff like that. So it has cost us a bit extra because of the block's only 220 square meters or 260 square meters or something. Whereas here we're on 600 here, so yeah, that makes a big difference. We've got plenty of room out the front to park things, and whereas over there we don't. So they've definitely charged us. It's all written. We know how much it is. I can't remember, but it's all itemised. That's the good thing about it. So anyway, so that's an exciting day today, kind of, really. Not really for me, but for the missus, picking colours. She'll love that. So yeah. But anyway, we'll let you know how we go with that. I'm probably not allowed a video in there. It'll be quite boring if it's not your house, I suppose, as well. But yeah, I'll give you an update a bit later on when we kind of know what's going on. But yeah, anyway, thanks for the help on the bench, and we'll catch you guys next time.